Imagine scrolling through the internet and learning that China released thousands of rabbits into the desert. Not robots, not engineers, not trees. Rabbits, small, fluffy, easily distracted by carrots. According to viral posts, these rabbits were supposed to save the land, reverse desertification, and possibly, depending on who you ask, outperform humans. Which raises an important question. Did China actually try to terraform deserts with bunnies? And if yes, what went wrong? This is Chronicle Crafter, where history and reality collide hard enough to leave dents. Today's story sounds fake. It sounds like satire. It sounds like something someone made up at 2 a.m. after watching one too many documentaries. But parts of it are very real. This is the strange, misunderstood, and wildly exaggerated story of China's rabbit desert experiment. Let's start with what the internet thinks happened. According to headlines, memes, and comment sections powered entirely by confidence, China released hundreds of thousands of rabbits into barren deserts. The rabbits hopped around, fertilized the soil, saved the ecosystem, and everyone lived happily ever after. Some versions even suggest rabbits were strategically deployed like fuzzy soldiers. Others claim this was proof that nature fixes itself better than humans. It's a perfect story, which is how you know something is wrong. Because governments rarely solve environmental collapse with animals that can be eaten by literally everything. Here's the part that is real. China faces one of the most aggressive desertification problems on Earth. Entire regions, especially in northern and western China, have been slowly turning into sand. Farms buried, villages abandoned. Storms carrying dust into major cities. This isn't poetic, it's expensive. So China launched massive land restoration projects, planting vegetation, stabilizing sand dunes, redirecting water, and experimenting with unconventional solutions. And yes, this is where rabbits enter the room. Rabbits weren't chosen because they're cute. They were chosen because they're disruptive little machines. Rabbits dig, they aerate soil, they fertilize land naturally, they encourage microbial activity. In theory, controlled grazing animals can help break hardened desert soil and allow plants to take root. Key word here, controlled. This was not about releasing an army of rabbits and hoping for a miracle. It was about small, monitored experiments in semi-arid zones, not pure desert wastelands. Already, the internet is lying to you. The real experiments were limited. Small research teams tested whether Rex rabbits bred for hardiness could survive in controlled enclosures. The rabbits were observed to see how they affected soil texture, whether vegetation recovered faster if erosion slowed. The results? Mixed. In some areas, soil quality improved slightly. In others, rabbits overgrazed young plants before ecosystems could stabilize. Turns out, rabbits don't read environmental impact reports. There was another issue. Rabbits reproduce. A lot. If not tightly managed, they risk becoming an invasive species, stripping land faster than it can recover. Which is ironic, because the solution could create a second environmental problem. Nature doesn't care about good intentions. It only cares about balance. Time to smash the myth. Myth. China released massive numbers of rabbits to fix deserts. Reality. Small-scale experiments were conducted under controlled conditions. Myth. Rabbits successfully reversed desertification. Reality. Results were limited, inconsistent, and not scalable. Myth. Rabbits replaced engineering and human planning. Reality. Vegetation barriers, water management, and human labor did most of the work. So no, rabbits did not save the desert. They were a footnote, not the headline. So why did this story explode online? Because it's comforting. It suggests humans can step aside and let nature fix everything. It suggests technology and planning are overrated. And most importantly, it suggests the solution is cute. But real environmental recovery is boring, slow, expensive, and unglamorous. No one shares a spreadsheet. Here's the uncomfortable reality. Even if rabbits had worked perfectly, they would still need humans to manage populations, to protect ecosystems, to prevent collapse. The fantasy isn't rabbits saving the land. The fantasy is escaping responsibility. If you want the full breakdown, what actually worked, what failed, and the environmental experiments China doesn't advertise, the full video is waiting. Watch it before the next viral headline convinces you pandas solved climate change. So here's the real question. If a solution sounds too simple, do we believe it because it's true, or because we desperately want it to be? Let me know what you think.